Hey there. Gosh, what a beautiful day it is.
It is. It's lovely. You wouldn't even believe that it's almost the holiday season.
It's fall, and we live in just such a beautiful place. I love getting the sunshine on my skin for one last time, maybe. Every day could be the last, right?
It could be. In the natural world, seasons mark the change, and change is marked by seasons of our life. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about some changes that we are going to be having here at Find Your Lady Tribe that involve seasons. And also, we're going to just kind of go into some of the ways over the next few months that you can be a really supportive friend and help them through the holiday season, which can be super joyful for very many, but also can be kind of tough for others. So stay tuned. Welcome to Find Your Lady Tribe. My name is Brenda.
And I am Michelle.
And it's our mission to build a community of lady tribes, a place to connect and grow your tribe with resources, ideas, workshops, retreats, and events. We invite you to join our inner circle and become a tribe leader. It's free!
Each week, we will start a conversation about connecting within your tribe and across all of our tribes. Our goal is to create 1,000 new lady tribes in 2022. And each episode will challenge you with a call to action. The first one is to join our inner circle. Go to tinyurl.com/myladytribe. And as a gratitude gift, we will send you a downloadable copy of Chapter 1 of Lady and the Tribe, The Awakening.
Yay! So please subscribe to be notified of a new episode each week. Welcome back.
Today on Find Your Lady Tribe, we are going to talk about celebrations and seasons. And we're going to wrap up with 5 ways that you can support a friend through this holiday season.
Yes, we love that. We're all about that. So first, some big news. This episode marks our 55th 55 episodes in just over 1 year. So we've been kicking it, and it has evolved from, I would start off with just myself in the connection connoisseur format. And after a few months, about 6 months into it, I was like, I need to talk with my friend Michelle here on the show, because we have a lot of great friendship and connection stories and conversations. And with her background, she just made it a complete awesome fit as our tribe's co-creator, right?
Thank you.
So love and so excited about the 55 episode thing. But at the same time, we decided we really want an opportunity to keep it more fresh and new. And so we've decided to, going forward, take a seasonal approach.
I love that. And do you want to talk about the breakdown of
go ahead.
our seasons?
Yes.
So after 55 episodes, which you are seeing the final of this year's season now, we are going to take a little break for the holidays. And we're going to talk about a lot of the things that we're doing with that break and the time. But when we come back next year in February, we'll be taking a 2-season per year approach. And we'll do about 8 to 15 episodes each, starting in February through April, and again in August through October. So it will give us plenty of time to rest and relax and take care of ourselves and our people during this holiday season time, and hopefully keep you guys excited about what's coming next.
Yes, and we hope to have each season kind of around a general theme, and it will give us some time to really structure that information well for you, so that it's really something that you find value in. And that's what we mostly want to provide value. And in these months off, we're going to be doing some recording and some studying on different topics. But we're also hosting our first annual women's retreat called the Whole You Retreat, and this is in November. We still have a few spots left, not very many. When this goes live, I'm not sure if we will. You should check it out right away. It's at www.wholeyouretreat.org/retreat, and I'll put that in the comment section below, so you can easily click it. But we are going to be hosting 20 guests in this beautiful mountain villa and be giving them all kinds of goodness and how to show up for themselves in their lives in a more intentional and joyful way.
Yeah, at the same time, we're going to be taking a break out in nature, and we have no idea what kind of weather we might be blessed with in the middle of November in Breckenridge, Colorado. So we're going to enjoy the nature, we're going to enjoy the facilities, we're just going to recharge and be together, and we just are so excited about that. And that's one way that we're taking care of ourselves and taking care of our tribes during the little break. We're taking a break.
Yep, and we invite you to the Whole You Retreat. If not this one, we do hope to have them quarterly hereafter, and so definitely check out that website and see get on our little mailing list so that you're the first to know, and we don't miss out on these great opportunities. Yeah. So what else? Anything else about the seasons? You never know what the seasons are going to bring.
We don't. So tell me a little bit about what you like in these holiday seasons. Like, what are some of the things that you're going to be doing with your time off?
Yes. So, well, I love the holidays. I know that not everybody has the, affinity for them like I do. But as soon as the weather changes just a little bit, I start just getting this little excitement feeling because of all the traditions that we've had in place for many years and just the gathering. I am all about gathering, and I like to do it every month, not just in the holiday seasons, but and this is specifically I guess 3 months really, of family gatherings. So it's kind of easy to let your friendships kind of slither, because we're all so busy. But we do want to leave you with some ways to, just kind of keep a little bit of a focus on your friendship with just little acts of kindness. So yeah, those are things I love to do. I do host holiday get-togethers for sure for friends. Our Women Who Wine in December is traditionally a co-ed, the only co-ed event of the year where we actually let our partners come if we want to. It's only if we decide to invite them, but so that's how it has
if they're not on the naughty list.
If they're not on the naughty list, they may come. But it's a nice way we have a kind of just a little larger celebration with the same type of theme of everyone just contributing, so nobody has a big job to do, but we get to see each other. And of course, the New Year's, it's always a point where that's where I want to be with my friends and kind of set the intention for the next year. And
we've spent some great New Year's together. I think there are pictures to prove it.
There are some, and talk about what's up, what we're really excited about for the next year, and just kind of get those juices flowing and try to keep it, positive. So what about you? What do the holidays bring up for you?
Well, sometimes the holidays can bring up not so good memories and a lot of stressors, maybe a lot of expectations. And so for me, the holidays are a little bit of a juggling act. And that's actually when I need my friends the most. Instead of going separate ways, it's kind of when I like to be grounded and peaceful through the holidays with my friends. So I'll probably be knocking on your door. But yeah, and I do like hosting, but I find with my children being from a family of divorce, that there are a lot of split obligations and expectations out there. And so I normally stay out of it and stay at home quiet and peaceful and maybe have a meal for around Thanksgiving time. This year will be super special because it'll be back in my hometown and with my family. And so a lot of my friends there will be coming to the Women Who Wine that happens around Thanksgiving weekend. So we do the same things that we always do, but we try to keep down the stress levels or any obligations or expectations that people might have of us that end up making us feel stressed out instead of, gratitude and peace.
Right. It isn't all about that sometimes, although it's supposed to be all about those things. Right. Celebrating joy, peace, peace on earth, right? All that good stuff. And, I think one of the biggest things as friends that we can do to support our friendships is to, you know, go into a little bit deeper of a conversation about it. And I was just asking Michelle about this earlier when we were talking about this episode is I've never really asked you, what does the holidays bring up for you?
Right.
So you just go through the world thinking everybody's excited about it like I am, and everybody loves the Christmas music coming on. When's it going to start? Can't wait for all this stuff. But for a lot of friends out
Hmm.
there, that you may not know what, maybe possible losses or tragedies that may have come up over the years that kind of trigger some, different feelings that aren't all joy, peace, love,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I once took a class about how to deal with your emotions and your family squabbles and all of those things that kind of come with the holiday season. And so I recognize now that this isn't necessarily the most joyous time of the year for everyone out there. For some, it can really be uh, just looking down the barrel of 12 weeks of loneliness.
Right.
And, that's what we're
Something to endure,
yeah, something
something
to
to get through.
instead of celebrate.
Right.
And so also religious differences in families or community groups these days can bring up different types of celebrations and different ways of enjoying, and maybe some rules and some family traditions that end up looking like rules. So we're hoping to give you some good ways to support your friends who might not have as much on their calendar, or who might not be looking as forward to this time of year as you are.
Yeah, so the first step in that our friendship formula, if you want to say,
Mm-hmm.
over the holidays is to just ask the question, what do the holidays bring up for you? Is there any way that I can support you? What do you need? And I know that we're all busy, but we always are looking for ways to be of service and love on our friendships. And you're
Mm-hmm.
just not going to know unless you ask. And even diving a little deeper into the holidays, do the holidays bring up any family dynamics that I don't know about, that I can just be a listener for you, and listening without judgment of it, just a sounding board. Maybe this is the time every year where you have to see that one person in your family that you just can't avoid at
Yes,
all.
yes.
And how can I support you in getting, not only through that, but maybe there's some ways to make it actual, turn it around. I don't know. You just won't know until you ask. So that is kind of the first play in our playbook. All right.
Right. How can I support you through this time?
Right. They may, like Michelle indicated, someone may have more alone time than usual because of the division of time. You have to share Christmas, you have to share Thanksgiving, you have to share these important dates that you just really want to be hunkered down with your family or your loved ones, and because of life, it sends them in different directions, and that's kind of can be rough on the kids too, right?
Oh, I've experienced that, right? Making the schedule as easy as possible, or having a friend to lean on who might take you in if you're on your own for the day, because how hard must it be to be away from your children and your family over the holidays, and maybe you're on your own and need to be invited in.
Yeah.
Or I think another thing that we can do to support friends during the holidays is to, well, you said it, listen, but listen without any kind of judgment to what their thing is. I see financial things that come up in the holiday times. Like, I have one girlfriend that, man, I do not see her from the beginning of November until the end of January, because there's so many obligations financially during that time that she just doesn't want to talk about, and doesn't think that people will understand that why she isn't participating or why she isn't showing up in certain places. So being able to listen to those things and kind of give space and some love and some support back from listening without any judgments about what they should be doing or could be doing to make the holidays better.
So no unsolicited advice.
Yeah,
Sure,
no
if they're
advice.
asking you for your opinion or, what would you do, then you've been invited to try to help out. But the worst thing ever is just kind of to be venting about something and really not asking for anything back, but to get all this advice and you go, oh, I've done that. I didn't ask for that. I just wanted to let it out. And that's
Yeah.
a lot of times people just need an outlet, right?
Yeah. I think they should call you, not me, because I'm really guilty of that. I'm super guilty of unsolicited advice.
I think we all are. I am as well.
That one's for me.
Okay.
That one's for me. But you said a good word during that time, which was invite.
Mm.
And that's a really important thing that we've talked about before. Mm-hmm. Being invited, being included, even if you can't make it, even if just being invited without any expectations and without any obligations, right?
Right. Absolutely, because everybody wants to be invited. And there are a lot of things happening over the fourth quarter of the year and lots of competing priorities and competing social events. And it's not a contest.
Mm-mm.
Right?
Of how many engagements you can make it to.
Yeah, and it's not a show of love if I can't make it to your cocktail party because I've got a work thing that, it's not a competition. It's, you know where I want to be.
Right.
But there's all those different things in play.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's also not a social competition of this favored one who was invited over this favored one who is not. So the easiest way to get out of that, any trouble there, is just invite everyone, whether they can make it or not.
And even if they have something already.
Yep.
They're going to be in Hawaii. You still extend the invitation because we still like to be included.
Yes,
even though do. And everybody understands that I'm not going to make it because I'm in Hawaii. I wish, but I just know that I'm my tribe is thinking about me. My circles are, just loving on me while I am not there,
and they're jealous that you are in Hawaii.
Right.
And you can be sure of it because you didn't make it to their party. Yes. They know you're in Hawaii.
Absolutely. Another thing is that with these seasonal changes, some people have a physical reaction to lack of sunlight. Mm-hmm. And you start, after weeks of being kind of inside and covered up and not getting that vitamin D anymore that we are loving today, mm-hmm. You can kind of experience the winter blues, the holiday blues, the after holiday blues. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything to share on that with your,
it's a real
background?
Thing. It's a real thing, right? Mm-hmm. Those seasonal affective disorders or just plain old depression mm-hmm. that sneaks up on us during the holiday time. And some people feel it without the sunlight, or they feel it the minute they see the calendar mm-hmm. roll into those holiday months. And so that's a really important thing to be cognizant of for the people that we love, because they're not ignoring us. But if they are depressed by the holidays, then it's truly not their fault that they can't enjoy our celebrations or be at the same level of excitement that we are. But even more good reason to check in on them, offer them support, and ask what they need.
Yeah, they don't take it personally when someone's withdrawing in some way, because the worst thing you can do is just to make an assumption that, what did I do to upset them? They're not acting the same. Something's wrong. And you just immediately we take it upon ourselves to think that that's something between us, but it probably isn't.
No, it's probably just something that they are dealing with and could actually use your support.
And just ask the question. I mean, just take that step for that person.
Another thing I just thought of was I highly offended a friend once who had stopped drinking and could not be in public places or venues or events where there was going to be alcohol. And that was a thing to listen in and tune into. How can I better support you? I really blew it. that way by not providing some sort of support in that area, and then
Right.
missed out on spending time with
Right.
my
Have
friend at the holidays.
a special something for them to celebrate the journey that they're on and the strides they've made with some kind of special
Exactly, because it
group
becomes a
activity.
real slippery slope when the holidays come around, and some people just can't interact because of what they're working on or what they're working through.
Yeah. And I want to talk a little bit about the difference between the celebration and the overall obligation
Yeah,
of
true.
it. How are you showing up? Right? I
Right.
know that you have really strong opinions about obligation and celebration.
Yes, not everything is a celebration for everybody who's going to attend it. Sometimes our celebration is another person's obligation and can actually bring up stress for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to wear? I have to have some fancy new outfit. I need to find a babysitter or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, whatever. It's conflicting with some other event or thing that I really wanted to do. So I think it's super exciting to imagine our celebrations can be seen as obligations, and do whatever we can on our part to keep it a celebration and to not find disappointment when someone else I might have caused them stress
Yeah.
by inviting them to my obligatory annual Christmas party
Right.
at home,
And maybe
to let
that's
them off the hook.
yeah, maybe that's just being a little more light about it in the invitation, and and lowering our expectations because again we're all so busy. But also we can ourselves get into that obligatory mode of like, especially as many of us women are the ones who cook all the meals and do all the decorating and all those things, and it's tradition and that's all lands on our laps and it gets to be a job and a chore
Oh,
instead of the joy.
I see your
When you feel that little sense of, you know, this isn't fun anymore, circling back, to the why, the joy of the season, the reason we are celebrating, circle back to what your hopes are as re-encounter some of the family and friends that you don't only get to see once a year, and kind of just sitting with that and taking some time for
yeah.
yourself to take a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And think it through as a celebration. I love that. It's a mindset. It's a shift
Mm-hmm.
to, oh, I don't have to do this. Again, I get to do this. And when that's the place that you're coming from, some of the stress dissolves. Besides how people are showing up for you, now you are showing up for them. And you're bringing the celebration with you. You're bringing the celebration and putting the love in all the casseroles as you go.
That's right. And the appreciation.
Right.
It's not always shared generously, the appreciation, but just someone showing up, that's for me shows appreciation, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of have to take the little wins. Not everyone in our family and our friendships even are as expressive as we are with our tribe, right?
Probably
And
not.
give them as much love and affirmations. Just you are appreciated. You are so important in your life, in your family's lives. You're so important to, so much so that they went out of the way to be there with you.
Yes. So should we run through those top 5 things?
Yeah, let's do it. So the first thing of our top 5 ways to be a good friend over the holidays is number 1, support their holiday choices. Maybe that means they're going to fly off to Hawaii and leave all their friends behind.
Right.
Maybe it means that they are binge watching the Hallmark Christmas shows all the time, and you're going, "What?" But that's okay. Let them be them. Maybe they're just doing the same old traditions that they've been complaining about.
Right.
But let them be them. Let them, be in the support of whatever it is that they are deciding to do.
Even if that's not to celebrate anything at all.
Right.
Support their choices.
Yes. And number 2, we already touched on this a little bit, is to invite without expectation. Invite everyone, whether you think they're going to be there or not. They will appreciate it. Obviously, if you don't want someone, you don't have to invite them. Okay. You don't want it to that to cross over to the obligation that whatever, you do you, but invite without expectation. Everybody has competing priorities and stuff going on, and just to know that they were invited would be awesome. If they can make it, yay, win-win for all of us. If they can't, no biggie, right? We can't take any of that weight of feeling, why didn't they show up? Is it about me? It's not about us. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's just the holidays, right?
That's right.
And number 3, just kind of on that same note, be flexible. Even if you say you're coming to my New Year's Eve party and at the last minute something comes up and you don't make it, be flexible and easy about it.
Right.
Things are changing, the weather and something else came up for work, whatever, I know where my tribe wants to be, and if they can't be here, there's a darn good reason why. And I'm just going to think about them, love them, and not put any weight on the fact that they weren't able to make it and they had committed already.
Yes. Right. And being flexible is being gracious. And that's really what the whole season is about, is showing our grace and our gratitude.
Yeah.
And our 4th thing was to listen, right? Without judgment or advice. And if there's any gift that you can give this holiday season, and really any time, it's to do that. Just to listen for anybody in your tribe, for anybody in your circles and families who need that. Do it without judgment, and do it without giving advice that's not asked for.
Right. Good listeners are so hard to come by. Everybody just feels so much better when they're listened to. They feel like they are important.
Yes.
Just to be able to voice their joy or their sorrow or whatever it is, and have someone nodding, affirming, maybe asking a question about what they're saying.
Tell me more.
Just to say, okay, I hear what you're saying. You said this, pull it out of them and let them be, get it off their chest, and just without advice unless it's asked for. I love that.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And our last is offering practical help and support. This is when you become the hands and feet that are doing the work and stepping in and stepping up. And so any practical support. Can I help you wrap gifts? Can I come clean your house before everybody gets there? Can I do part of the shopping for you that you most hate? We all like to do the gift shopping. We don't so much like to do the grocerying. Or can I just come and clean after for you? But whatever it is, just offer them your practical support.
And that's a gift.
That's a gift.
That can be the gift. We don't need to go out and buy our girlfriends all kinds of, jewelry and candy and all that good stuff, but your time and offering of support, that is the true gift.
That's the true gift.
And that is really the gifts of the season, right?
I can't believe that we're about to say happy holidays and sign off until February.
Yes, our season is officially over. Season 1, episode 55. That's a wrap with When 3 or more gather, we are tribe. Thank you so much for joining us today for Find Your Lady Tribe. Would you do us a favor and hit that like button and add a comment? It'll really help us grow.
Better yet, find the share arrow and share out to your tribe. Join us again next week on YouTube or your favorite podcast service.